36% of the homes in Williamson County go under contract in the first 7 days they're on the market. How's that for a stat for you? So we're going to dive into that a little bit, and we've got some other really good information on the Williamson County real estate market. I'm John Turner. I'm the team lead of the Turner Victory team at Onward Real Estate, and we bring you the Williamson County Real Estate Report every week. So we always start out with I guess I'll say Happy Memorial Day weekend, by the way. So I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Hope you're reflecting. Spend some time reflecting on those who gave the ultimate sacrifice serving our nation. That's what this weekend is about. But besides that, I hope you're enjoying time with family, with friends, and we appreciate you tuning in. So the top 3 things you need to know about this week's Williamson County real estate market. First of all, I just gave one to you. 36% of the homes that hit the market in Williamson County sell within the first week. So that's the first thing you need to know. Secondly, pending home sales continue a 7-week trend. So it's a streak where it's outperforming 2025. So 7 straight weeks now that pending home sales have outperformed 2025. And the third thing you need to know about the Williamson County real estate market this week, attached homes, so townhomes, condos, things of that nature. So homes that are attached, not single family homes. And for homes that are under 400,000, you are taking a beating right now. The average days on the market is 80 days, but there is 5.3 month supply of attached homes in Williamson County under 400,000. You know, the conventional wisdom is, hey, if I get in Williamson County for under 400,000, that would be great. But that's not what we're seeing right now. So let's go ahead and dive into some of our information here. Currently, the Turner Victory Team Market Health Score for Williamson County is a 56. This is a proprietary score where we look at local information, national information, and some regional information, pull it all together and put a score on the health of the market. There are 1,570 homes currently on the market in Williamson County, and that is a 4.32 month supply of inventory. This is broken down by price points. The light blue is the new construction, but there's 1,570 homes on the market. 27% of those are new construction. 129 came on the market this week, but 132 pended. And on top of that, there were 83 that were delisted. So that's was that 215 homes came off the market, and only 129 came on the market. That's a stat that we've been watching a lot, and it's starting to show up on some of our graphs. If you notice, the below 800,000 is still moving very well, especially anything below 700,000. There's 2.5 months or less supply. And even the 1 to 1.5 million is moving pretty quickly as well. It's interesting, the under 500,000 is higher than some of these others, but that includes exactly what I was talking about, those attached properties, those condos, those townhomes that are really just having some struggles right now. We'll get into that here a little bit more in a second. But active inventory, and we're paying attention to the orange line. So active inventory for Williamson County leveled out this week. We had 1,574 last week, 1,570 this week, so virtually flat on the inventory. Is this a trend that will continue, or will we continue to rise? It's something that we'll watch, but definitely have gotten a little bit closer to what we had this time last year, and that was 1,427 homes on the market. So we're still about 150 or so more than what we had this time last year. Month supply took a little bit of a dip this week. We're down to 4.32 from 4.4 last week. Compared to this time last year, 3.83. So we still have about half a month's more supply this year than we did last year. But that gap, as you can see, is definitely closing. We've seen it closing for about the past 5 or 6 weeks. New listings. That is the story. This has been the story of the year. I mean, look at this. What is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 weeks where new listings underperformed the past 2 years. And that's 17 of the last 18 weeks. That's really, like I say, that's really starting to show up, especially whenever you look at the orange line again, the 7 weeks that we have outperformed last year on the pending home sales. We talked earlier in the year where we were kind of bouncing back and forth and couldn't decide which way we wanted to go, but we have had a true trend of outperforming, and this week especially. Last year there were 103 home sales or pendings this week. Compare that to 132 this week. So definitely trending as far as the pending home sales go. This is the stat I was talking about, and there's a lot of price points down here, but I'm looking at the far left where it's the overall price ranges. And 35.7% of all homes sold or went under contract in the first week. Okay. If you look at the gray, that represents any homes that have been on the market for 8 days to 89 days, and that's 42% of the market. And anything that's been on the market for 90 days or more, that's 22% of the Williamson County market has been on the market for over 90 days. And this is a stat, we talked more about this last week. I'll just hit on it real quickly again, that basically 67% of those that hit 90 days or more on the market, they don't sell that time. They get pulled off. They either expire or they cancel. And out of that number, 13% of the 67 actually come back on the market and sell. But the large majority of them, that's probably 75% of them, never sell. So you want to avoid that 90-day penalty if at all possible. The other thing is, right here, if you look at the overall market, again, we've got all the different price ranges. If you need one of these price points, reach out to us. We're more than happy to send these charts out to you. But anything that sold in 7 days or less got 99.93% of their asking price. Okay? If you went past 7 days, you get 97.6% of your asking price. But if you go over 90 days and you're one of the lucky few that actually sell, you're only getting about 91% of your original asking price. So there is a true cost to being on the market for that long. All right, let's look at the mortgage rates just real quickly. This is the 30-year mortgage. Again, may not be the mortgage that you get, but this is just a good way for us to watch mortgage rates. As y'all know, we've been trending, got down to 5.98, and then all sorts of things broke loose in the Middle East, and that caused rates to go up. They came back down. They are trending up again. They ended last week at 6.51, which is the highest we've seen in quite some time. With that said, it's still about 3 to 4 tenths below what we were at this time last year. So it's still positive for buyers, just not as positive as what it was. But it has helped keep momentum up. If you look at what's going on with the Mortgage Bankers Association as far as their purchase index, this week was 170.4. And this is basically, they put an index on how many people are making loan applications to purchase a home. This isn't refinances. This time last year, it was 157. So definitely trending up. I would like to go back here just out of curiosity. Where's May? And just see May 16th, probably need May 23rd. It was at 162. So we're higher than what we were last year as well. So it still shows that there's some demand there. Those are leading indicators. So we probably will see some more buyers come out. And maybe that trend of pendings will continue to week 8, week 9, whatever. So here's what I was talking about whenever I first opened up with the attached homes below 400,000. Currently, there's 95 homes on the market that are attached. They're condos, they're townhomes, whatever, in all of Williamson County, priced below 400,000. In the past 6 months, there's been 107 of those close. So they are selling, and they're selling at between 17 and 18 homes a month, which is a good thing. But whenever there's 95 on the market, there is, where's my notes here, 5.3 months supply of inventory. So if you are in that price point, if you're looking to buy, you got options and you got leverage. If you're looking to sell, you're going to have to get aggressive. And one of the things that I look at, and again, this is across the board. It's not specific to a particular property. So, real estate is very specific as far as that goes. But whenever I look at the median price per square foot, it's at $273. Whenever I look at the median sales price per square foot, it's at $256. That's a $17 a square foot difference. I go over and look at what's sold and the median, or even the median what's on the market. They're both in the 1300s, but using the 1376 price point. To me, on average, just looking at the whole, maybe not your house, maybe not the one next door to you, but looking overall based upon those numbers, it seems to me that most of the condos are probably priced about $23,000 higher than what the market is bearing right now. And that's a big chunk whenever you're below 400,000. But that's what we're seeing. And really, we're seeing that across the nation. It's just been really hard for townhomes and condos to keep up with the rest of the market. They became a way for people entering the housing market to be able to enter it whenever things were going really crazy in 2020, 2021, 2022. But the trend we're seeing now is those people entering the market now would prefer to have a single family home versus an attached home, on average, not in every case. And also the HOA fees, we've been hearing a lot about are challenges for people. So they would rather go with a single family home. So if you're looking to buy, though, if a condo is what you're looking for in Williamson County, you have a lot of leverage right now. If you are looking to sell, like I say, you really need to get aggressive with that. I think that's most of the stats. One other one here for you. 32% of all active listings have reduced their price in Williamson County. So that's nearly 1 in 3. And the average reduction is a 4.8% price reduction in Williamson County. So, if you've been on the market and you haven't sold, there's a 33% chance that you've already decided to reduce your price. If you haven't done that, you may want to think about it. The stats are showing that those that are priced right, presented right, promoted correctly, and positioned correctly, they are selling, and they're selling quickly. And then the others are lingering. So it's almost like we're in two markets: the market that sells fast and the market that stays on the market for a while. So I hope this is helpful to you. I'm John Turner, team leader of Turner Victory Team at Onward Real Estate. We enjoy bringing this to you every week. We appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate you subscribing. We appreciate your questions. So if you have any of those, reach out to us. If you want to get on our mailing list, you can go to turnervictory.com and get on our mail list there, and we will email out the links to our reports. Thank you very much for tuning in, and until next week, I hope you make it a great week. Thank you.